Hello and welcome to the short Vort on Parshas Vayechi. This Dvar Torah is adapted from the Malbim, who got his name from the acronym of Meir Leibish ben Yechiel MIchel. He lived from 1809 to 1879. He was an expert in diktuk, and he discusses the penultimate parak of Sefer Bereishis with chapter 49, and the first two verses, we have Yaakov Avinu is telling his sons, and he says, Vayomer HaAsfu, you should gather, Vagida lachem es asher yikra eschem b'achos hayamim. I'm going to tell you what's going to happen in a long distant future, presumably the Kates Hayamim, the Gulish Lema. And then in the second pasuk, he says, HiKatzfu v'shemu b'nei Yaakov. He says, assemble and listen, the sons of Yaakov. The Malbim points out that the root words for HaAsfu and Kibbutz are Kibbutz and Asifah, and they're not synonyms. They don't have the same meaning. Kibbutz is talking about when you gather things from a dispersed range of places and you take them together, and Asifah is when you take items to a designated specific place. Now, if you're going to use the two words together, then you're going to have the kibbutz would come first because you're gathering from the dispersal, and then you would have the asifah because then you're putting it into a special place. But here, the psukim are reversed. Yaakov says first HaAsfu, gather, and then he says HiKatzfu, then to assemble. So Chazal tells us that what is happening here is Yaakov had the intention to reveal the Gula. After a long time, you're going to have the final redemption, and I'm going to tell you when it is. And therefore, Yaakov here was actually saying the language of Asifah because that also means a spiritual unity that is much higher than physical unity that's found in kibbutz. So he wanted them to prepare themselves for the Gula Shlema by reaching this high Asifah level for the final redemption. However, we know from Chazal that in order for the redemption to come, we need that the people be united. And if the people are not united, which is what caused the Churban bias, then the only way to redeem to bring the Gula Shlema would to have unity again. And Yaakov wanted to tell them, if you reach this state of unity, the Bnei Yisrael can do it, I guess not just the Shvatim, then I can reveal to you when the Gula will come. However, when Yaakov saw that the divine presence disappeared from him, he understood that this meant that in the future the Jews will not be united, there'll be strife internally, and therefore it was not okay for him to reveal the time of the final redemption. Therefore, Yaakov changed from his original plan of HaAsfu, this high spiritual level. He just said, HiKatzfu, a general assembly, get together. I'm going to discuss different things, which turns out, if you look at the Psukkah, we're talking here about what's called the Birkas Yaakov, the blessings of the sons of Yaakov and his instructions to them. So let us take a lesson here about the importance of Achdus, of unity, of togetherness, and if we have that, we can help bring the Gula Shlema of the Meir. Thank you for listening. I hope you be back in Sefer Shemos.